What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update, and great to have you here. And of course, it's Monday, and we had a little bit of a market sell-off. I think that overall, if you look at the big picture, there's a slight bit of fear. I think that you saw a little bit of concern. We saw last week, as we mentioned, a key reversal in the tech stocks, which continue to push them lower. Amazon down about 15 bucks. Netflix down about 10, Tesla down about 7. Really putting some pressure in that area, and no surprise that that's where the sell-off will probably start from. And the big question will be, is this the correction? Is this the long-awaited correction? And the answer is, we'll see. We don't really have we don't really know yet. We've seen this movie a couple of times before, where the markets sell off and they rally right back and make new highs. So the volume was still kind of light. Volatility was good, but not as good as it should be. But hopefully this will be the start of some at least solid volatility that will allow traders to be a little bit more active in the markets, which could bring some trading back into the markets. I think we saw some news in gold. Gold spiked higher after being lower early and finished up around $15. And of course, that 1,300 level we've been talking about held beautifully. Oil did break out to the upside, but I think it's not justified. And here's what I'm talking about. I think when you look at oil, the reason that I think we rose higher today was the fear in the North Korean region and out there that there's going to be a shortage of oil because of what's going on. But that's more related to what we call Brent oil. Brent and WT oil are two different types of oil. Brent comes out of the North Sea. We bring it out right here from the ground. Our oil should not be affected by this shortage there. I think what happened is we've got a little bit of a fear trade going on, pushing oil prices higher. I don't think that it's going to last. I think that there's probably a pretty good opportunity to take a stab and sell it here at the on this big rally. I think that you saw grains were very mixed. Soybeans were lower, and they violated that 977 level we were watching on the downside. Looks to me like they want to go lower here. Wheat was higher, and corn was basically flat. Pretty much as expected. I think the big story here in the agricultural complex is the cattle markets. They had a very bearish, what they call cattle on feed report on Friday. Of course, taking feeder cattle down limit today. Fat cattle or live cattle down a little bit. Now, I think live cattle is probably a buy. Feeders still probably have another $8 to $10 to go to the downside. So we'd look to be a seller on a rally off of this thing here. Hogs were able to rally a little bit, and of course, we like this $56, $57 level anyways. We'd be looking to buy it. We put that in our weekly report. That's where we'd look to be a buyers. Of course, the big story today was President Trump and his tweeting over the weekend about the NFL and the players kneeling, and he's defending the flag, and I have no problem with him defending the flag, but we do also have to remember that it is the constitutional right, agree or not agree, with the players to kneel, and I think that he probably stirred up a little bit more of a pot here than he probably should have. But again, that's our president, and of course, I support him, and I actually predicted he would win a year before he won. So again, I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think that it did or had the desired effect, or maybe it did have the desired effect. Maybe this is what he wanted to see. You know, again, it's hard to say, and I think that's something that should be left to the individual and what your beliefs are. But at the end of the day, the markets look a little bit soft. But are we going to see a true correction here? You know, there was still some strength in the markets. The Russell itself, which is the small cap index, was higher. So that did make another all-time new high. But is this, again, there's a lot of interesting divergences happening in markets. Bonds were higher, which indicates a little bit of fear, pushing interest rates a little bit lower. The dollar was stronger, also indicating a little bit of fear. So there's things to believe here that we could have some issues and some problems going forward. However, we aren't going to make a call here because we don't want to get involved and stuck in what we would call another one-hit wonder, where they go down a little bit, you get excited that they're going to break, and then you get caught selling into it and get creamed on the next rally up. So what we look for here is to see what tomorrow looks like, see what the action looks like. And if we can pick up a little bit of volume, if we can pick up a little bit of volatility, it very well may be the overall sell. But I will say this right now, what you really want to look for here is not to sell as they're going down. You want to sell the next rally that fails. In other words, you want to sell a market that doesn't make another new high. And that would be a couple of days away either way. So we'll continue to watch. In the meantime, a fairly quiet day for a day that was down, but they really couldn't get them down all that far. So we'll see how it trades out here. Make sure to catch the Bubba Show every day from 2 to 3 Eastern time at libertytalk.fm. And my Monday night selection tonight, the Dallas Cowboys will beat the Arizona Cardinals. That's the way I see it. This is Todd Bubba Horwich from Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same station. Bubba's Daily Update. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.